Hello everyone. Today, in my subject, that is Principles of Entrepreneurship Development, we will see new things about an entrepreneur, that is his qualities and skills. Before that, we will just throw light on what things we have discussed in our previous class. That is, in other functions of entrepreneur, we had seen first point was diversification of production. Diversification of production means an entrepreneur should continuously keep on looking in new areas. He should diversify his products or bring new products in the market so that his survival or his organization will survive as long as possible and can give wide range of products to the customer. Now, in this we had seen an example of ITC, that is Indian Tobacco Company. An Indian tobacco company, initially it was only in manufacturing of tobacco related products. It may be cigars, cigarettes and all, but later on they diversified themselves and they had the various range of products like books, fast moving consumer goods. Now they have vapors and other products like bingo and all. So they have diversified their products and they are present in various fields or various product range. Therefore, an entrepreneur should continuously keep on diversifying or changing or bringing new products in the market so that he can give wide range of products in the market, because already customer are happy with their one product, and on based upon that trust or based upon that values, they will accept the other product what a successful entrepreneur has brought in. Now any product or any vehicle which Tata's bring in the market, customer believe it because they have served continuously for the for since more than 100 years, wherein they are satisfying their each and every customer with new products, services and all. So therefore an entrepreneur should being continuously be in diversification of their products. After that we have expansion of enterprise. As you all know that a stability is not enough. You need to keep on expanding your business, keep on increasing your business or enterprise. Likewise, an entrepreneur should continuously struggle, work, think or bring new ideas in expanding his enterprise. After that, we have the third point of maintaining cordial employer and employee relationship. Now these are the two important aspects for success of any organization, wherein the employer and employee need to have a good cordial relationship among them, because the employer and employee both play very important role in the development of any organization. An entrepreneur need to maintain this both things, because if the employee are not happy, they will not work. If they are not working in a proper way, then we may not achieve the desired goal. Therefore an entrepreneur continuously need to maintain a cordial relationship among employer and employee. He need to bridge the gaps wherever there are gaps. He need to be a middleman, wherein in case of any say any problem or at point of any mistake or at point of any loopholes in between them, an entrepreneur should be a bridge builder who can bridge the gap in between the employer and employee. After that, we have fourth point of tackling labor problem. Now nowadays you all might have seen getting skilled labor, along with that honest and hard working labor. Getting these labors is very difficult, because we may get labor but they may not be skilled or they may not be loyal, they may not be hard working, or they may not be struggling towards the achieving the organizational goal. Therefore getting such kind of skilled or loyal or hard working labor becomes very difficult. So at that point of time, an entrepreneur should maintain a very beautiful relation with employee and maintain those employees. And whenever there is a problem related to labor in the organization, an entrepreneur should ensure that he bridges the gap and he tackles the problem of labor. Therefore, here we can say in simple words that an entrepreneur should continuously keep on in touch with the problems of the labor and maintain the laborers or the employees. And here, if any problem is there, any shortfall of labors, whatever it is, he need to tackle. After that, we have coordination with outside agencies. Outside agencies in the sense, we have various suppliers, we have various people involved in the supply chain management, maybe a distributor, dealer, or the retailer. Till then, along with that, we have government agencies with whom we need to coordinate, cooperate. The labor department is there, the environment department is there, etc., etc. So, as an entrepreneur, we need to follow all the norms of government agencies. All the things need to be implemented in a proper way so that there are no objections from these government agencies. When we say environment department, we need to follow all environment related matters. It may be the pollution control board which comes in existence, which keeps on monitoring the pollution or waste management of each and every industry. We need to manage all those things. When we say labor department, we need to see that we don't employ any child, that is child labor is not allowed in our country, therefore we should not give scope for such things. We need to give the minimum wages guideline given by the central government from various time to time. So these things we need to follow, that is the as an entrepreneur we need to coordinate, cooperate with all the outside agencies. Similarly, along with this government agencies, we have our other stakeholders in supply chain management and all. So we need to meet them, we need to discuss what are their problems, we need to tackle these problems, and we need to have a cordial relation with all the agencies associated with our organization. So these are the functions of an entrepreneur, the other functions. After that, we are supposed to move on to qualities and characteristics of successful entrepreneurs. Now everybody, we want to be successful. When we say we want to be successful, we need to have certain set of qualities, certain set of skills, certain set of characteristics which will help us or which will make us to achieve that height with the beautiful growth of the organization. Therefore, we as an entrepreneur, we need to have the various qualities and characteristics which a successful entrepreneur will be having. Now, the first characteristic or first quality of a successful entrepreneur is desire for high achievement. Nowadays, we can see any student who is studying, he will have just one aim, that is after completion of his graduation, he should get a job, and that too job means what? A table, a chair, and in office work, wherein he will be getting 8 to 10,000 salary in Belgaum. That's it, he is satisfied. But it is not going to work. Now, when we are an entrepreneur, or when we see an entrepreneur, he need to have high achievements, high desire for high achievements. When we have desire, to complete that desire, we will work hard and achieve that desire. Otherwise, what will be happening? We will set up a business, we will see, and we are stable, we are stagnant. We are not trying to achieve high things. We are not trying to move on. So therefore, as an entrepreneur, we need to move on continuously. Now here I will give an example. One entrepreneur from Belgaum by name Sudhir Darekar. A person by name Sudhir Darekar, he was born in very poor family. Along with that, one thing I would like to mention specifically, he lost his parents, and meanwhile his grandma started taking care. And when he was with his grandma, he had to complete his graduation. After his PUC, he joined DK College for BCom. He did 1 year BCom here and in DK College. After that, he joined Lingraj College for second year of his BCom. During that tenure, he didn't had sufficient money or support from his family to get books and all. So he was working in a book binding shop where he used to stitch the books and all. After that, he slowly started working on a petrol bunk, and there he was working at evening shifts or after his college hours. And he struggled such a way that after completion of his BCom, he joined and company which was producing engineering products, machines and all. And he and BCom graduate, he started working with that company. And while working with that company, what he did was he had to market his product. And when it was a machinery, he need to know all the dips or all the things about the machinery what he is going to sell. So at that point of time, after his working hours, he started sitting with the engineers and started understanding the machines and all, what parts they are called, what are the drawbacks of these parts, how these parts can be repaired, etc., etc. Everything pin to point, everything he started studying with that engineers, and he diversified his idea, his intention or his aim. And from then he had a high aim of starting his own enterprise or his own company. And after that, he came back to Belgaum along with his partner. He started a company by name Hydropack in Belgaum. It is in front of GIT. There, he continuously along with his partners started working, striving, bringing new ideas, bringing new innovations, and along with that, he made such a heights that he produces for works with BHEL, that is and he is working for the suspensions of all the railway bogies. The railway bogies, they have a suspension because of which the movement is very smooth. So such suspensions he is making. And after that, the Mangalyana, which was launched by our ISRO, for that also the launching pad had suspensions. So those suspensions were produced from Belgaum by the entrepreneur by name Sudhir Darekar. So we as an entrepreneur, when we see, he was a simple boy with poor background, and now he is an entrepreneur. His journey, right from book binding work till petrol bunk work, then marketing, and now he is an entrepreneur. So likewise, an entrepreneur, he need to have high desire for achievement. If we have high desire for achievement, definitely we will be achieving those heights. If we set very small aim, we may reach that, but we may shortfall a bit. But if we have a high aim, we will start working, we will start struggling, we will start striving to achieve that height. So we as an entrepreneur, we need to achieve that height with an energy. So the first characteristic or a quality of an entrepreneur is to have a high aim or a desire of high achievement or desire for high achievement. So that is the first quality of an successful entrepreneur. After that, the second quality which we need to see is self-confidence. Risk bearer. Risk bearer. When we say risk bearer, while playing cricket, if we are playing like just we are trying to keep our wicket, then we may not score more. But when we don't think of our wicket and start hitting hard, at that point of time when we take risk and start hitting hard, we may have good score. Likewise, when we take business decisions, when we start our enterprise, or we begin with the ideas, there is a huge amount of risk. So to meet that risk, we as an entrepreneur, we need to bear that risk. Without taking risk, we may not achieve the great height. So here, along with this risk bearing, an entrepreneur, he will be positive and he will be bearing the risk. So therefore, when we want to achieve the heights, when we are trying to get or when we are trying to achieve more things, we need to bear the risk. Without bearing the risk, we cannot be a successful entrepreneur. Because whenever we are starting with any product, we don't know whether we will have good demand for that product. We don't know whether it will be clicked in the market, whether the customers will accept that product or no. But we as an entrepreneur, we need to take risk. We should take risk. And if we fail to take risk, then we may not achieve our heights or achieve the desired achievement, what we had planned. So therefore, as an entrepreneur, we need to bear the risk. Without bearing the risk, we cannot bring in new ideas. We cannot bring in new ideas. Neither we can innovate. We cannot bring new products in the market. So therefore, an entrepreneur should continuously take risk or risk bearing. That is the second successful quality of an entrepreneur. After that, we have the third quality of an entrepreneur, that is self-confident. Now, any act, any work when we are doing, we need to be self-confident. If we are not confident within, then the surrounding also will be accordingly. Therefore, we need to be so confident that while taking any decision, we need to study, we need to understand, we need to analyze, we need to have the alternatives, we need to study all the alternatives, and with the confident, we can take decisions. Without understanding, without studying, we may not be confident enough to take any decision. Therefore, as an entrepreneur, we need to take decisions or any steps with the confidence. So we as an entrepreneur need to have a confidence in our decisions, our moves, or whatever ideas we bring, we need to be confident. If we are only not confident, if we are so doing, then we may not be successful. To be successful, we need to be confident enough. While playing cricket, we need to judge the bowler, and accordingly, with confidence, we need to move on to hit the ball. Likewise, when we are working an entrepreneur, he need to analyze the market, analyze the strengths what he has or his organization has, analyze the potentiality among them, and with that potentiality, he need to be confident and take the decisions. One thing, when we say confident, we need to be confident within. If we are confident, then the surrounding things will happen. Now, the previous example of Sudhir Darekar, when we saw he was confident enough that he has skills, he want to achieve something, and with that confidence he started working on petrol bunks, with bookbinder, then with engineering company, and then he left his job. He was confident that if I start my own organization, I will survive, or I will click it, or I can crack that area. And that confidence made him a successful entrepreneur in Belgaum, because of which he worked for the Mangalyana project and all. Likewise, we as an entrepreneur need to be self-confident enough. After that, we have fourth point is independence. Independence means what? Sometimes we may be influenced by somebody or the other person, but while taking the decisions in an organization, we need to be independent. At that point of time, we should not allow anybody to influence our thinking process. If our thinking process is being influenced by someone, we cannot take independent decisions. And if we are not able to take independent decisions, then at that point of time, we may not be successful enough. So therefore, whenever we are taking any decision, we are working at any point of time, we should have independence in move, independence in thinking process, independence in taking decisions, independence in innovation, independence in bringing new ideas. That's why an entrepreneur should be independent enough to take decisions, to bring new ideas, to innovate his products, or to change the circumstances. At that point of time, he needs to take all the decisions independently. Because if somebody influences our decision making process, at that point of time the decision may be wrong, because we are not confident enough, because somebody else has influenced us. And if somebody else is influencing us in taking decision, at that point of time we may not be confident enough to crack that area. So therefore, we as an entrepreneur, we need to uh, work in such a way that we are independent enough to take decisions, to take our own skills, own ideas, own move according to the circumstances. And if somebody else is not influencing, definitely we will be taking independent decisions. So therefore, we should not allow anybody else to influence us. We should be independent in thought, independent in move, independent in bringing ideas, independent in changing the situation. Therefore, with the independent move, an entrepreneur can take various tasks. So therefore, it is one of the important skill of, or important quality of an successful entrepreneur, to be an independent or independence. So we as an entrepreneur, we need to be independent. After that, we have another important say quality of an successful entrepreneur, that is our innovation. Now here, innovation means bringing new things, new ideas, changing the things, or re-inviting the things. When we are innovating, or we are innovative, then only we can survive in the market. So here, as an entrepreneur, whenever we are struggling, at that point of time, we need to be innovative enough in bringing new ideas, in designing new products, in say changing the situation along with the innovative ideas, innovative skills, and innovative say points of, or innovative ideas. Therefore, we as an entrepreneur, we need to be innovative. Now, this innovations, what we bring in, these innovations will help us to survive, or to be successful. Therefore, as an entrepreneur, we need to be innovative enough. After that, we have another quality of a successful entrepreneur is to be information seeker. Now, when we can take a proper decision, if we have a proper information about the surrounding. Surrounding means everything within the organization and outside the organization. When we are aware about the moves, what our competitors are taking, then we can change ourselves. Now, initially, if you see, like Dettol had the ad which kills germs and all, but when this COVID came, at that point of time, everybody started making or changing some things in their product, and changing their ad, and adding that all the soap people started saying that it kills all the germs in. So why this move they had? Because the circumstance outside was something different, and the competitors were matching with those circumstances. So therefore, all other companies also started making those changes, and bring those changes in their products. When they could do this at point of time, when they had information about the circumstances outside, about the move what their competitors were taking, so all these things made them, or this information seeking, or the information what these people had, could take or help them to take decision. Therefore, we as an entrepreneur, we need to have information about all the things, the changing policies of the government, changing circumstances outside, the changing taste of the customers, the move of our competitors, what move they are taking. Along with that, we need to have what are the our strengths, our core areas. So for that, we need to have information about our organization and our customers, our all agencies with whom we are associated, and more so we need to keep on eye in the market, so that we can match the customers desires or customers taste. So therefore, an entrepreneur should be information seeker. If he doesn't have information about the market, about the competitor, about the changing policies, then he may not be able to take a proper decision. Therefore, as an entrepreneur, he need to take a proper decision at every point of time. Therefore, an entrepreneur need to have a proper information related to the circumstances. After that, we have another quality of a successful entrepreneur, that is looking for opportunities or opportunity explorer. We as an entrepreneur, we need to keep on looking for the opportunities, and we need to crack those opportunities. Do you think 6 months before or 8 months before we were using sanitizers? No, never. Very rare cases, some doctors or the people who are working in labs, pathology labs and all, they were using sanitizers. But a common man didn't use sanitizer. But when this COVID came, all the fast moving goods FMCG companies, they saw an opportunity in, say, sanitizers and soaps. So they started advertising, they started taking care of that area, and they started promoting their products or sanitizers. So likewise, as an entrepreneur, we should keep on watching for the available alternatives. We should be continuously watching for the available opportunities in the market, and if we are not utilizing those available opportunities, definitely we will not survive in the market. That's why we as an entrepreneur, we need to keep on watching for the opportunities. We should be continuously watching for the opportunities. If we get some opportunity, we should be ready to explore it. We should conquer that opportunity, and then only we will be successful enough. So we as an entrepreneur, we should continuously keep eye on opportunities. Wherever we have opportunity, we should click that opportunity. Wherever we have this opportunity, we should explore it. If we are not exploring, then our competitors will explore that opportunity and we will be out of the market. That's why as an entrepreneur, we should keep on looking for new opportunities, and we should explore those opportunities whenever we get a chance. After that, we have another quality of a successful entrepreneur is persuade. We should be able to persuade the things. We should be able to change. We should be able to persuade our various areas. Now, we as an entrepreneur, whenever we are trying to see the move in these areas, we should be able to persuade. When we are persuading, we as an entrepreneur, we should be able to persuade our employees to work more, to work in a positive way. We need to persuade our customers, the agencies with whom we are associated. So we as an entrepreneur should take a chance. We need to keep on persuading all the stakeholders and move in a positive direction. After that, we have one more quality of a successful entrepreneur, that is proper planning. Now in last class also we had seen the meaning of planning. Planning means predetermining or pre-deciding the future course of action. Now we as an entrepreneur, we should plan all those things in a proper way. Suppose when we are starting an enterprise, at that point of time we need to plan everything properly. What product we are going to produce, how much would be the capital, how much fixed capital, how much would be the working capital, which is our plant location, from where we are going to get labor, what are the various means of say sources of capital formation. All those things we need to have a proper planning. So if we are having a proper planning, then only we will be successful, and if we fail to plan properly, we will be failing in the market. Therefore, an entrepreneur need to have a proper plan in his organization, right from beginning till end. Each step should be proper planned, predetermined, and the future course of action should be decided and planned in a proper way. So still there are a few more qualities of a successful entrepreneur, but for now we will stop here. The rest parts we shall see in the next class. Now if you all have any doubts at any point of time, you all are free to contact me at any point of time. If I am not receiving the call, you all can just text me. I will get back to you all after some time. So now we will stop here. The remaining qualities of successful entrepreneur we will be seeing in next class. Thank you very much. Good day. Bye bye.